Yo guys, Simon B1471 checking in, and today we're going to be breaking down, we're going to be analysing, we are going to be nitpicking at the Tmartn apology video which was uploaded to his actual YouTube channel yesterday, but for some beknownst reason it has now been deleted. I've actually had feedback from you guys telling me that he was deleting comments which was negative towards him, and ultimately, I believe the video got took down because it didn't get the response what Tmartn was expecting. So enjoy. So the first part of the video, guys, I really need to talk about is the fact that he used his dog at the start. I don't know his dog's name. I believe it's Connor. It's a golden Labrador, I believe, as well also. And he used that dog very cleverly. Let's all face it, you know, regardless if you love or you hate Tmartn, regardless of those facts, he's a very successful businessman, okay? He's made himself a lot of money through his entrepreneurial skills, okay? So regardless of the fact if he's done good, if he's done bad, if you love him, if you hate him, he's done well from a business point of view, okay? So he includes his dog at the start of the video. There was no need to include his dog. The only reason he included his dog was to gain empathy from the viewers. You know, a lot of his subscriber base are young children. Regardless of what anybody thinks, he does have a lot of young fans, and young fans are going to see that dog. He's going to see, you know, Tmartn kissing the dog on the forehead at the start of the video and think, "Oh, how cute, Tmartn's kissing his dog." Now, people like me, a lot of you guys who subscribe to me, I know a lot of you are the older generation, just like myself, you know, in video gaming terms, I should say. And a lot of young kids are going to be influenced by that. And Tmartn's not stupid. He knows exactly what he's done, including the dog at the beginning of the video. There was no need to include the dog whatsoever. However, he chose to do that for the reasons I've just said right now. Now, before I actually go and show you anything which Tmartn said specifically in his video, I'm just going to tell you guys very quickly now what the video was about in full. Okay, it started off with Tmartn with his dog, which we've already covered. I've talked about that already. And then it's basically 2 minutes of Tmartn just saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, I love all you guys." And literally, guys, I am not exaggerating. That is all he said. "I'm sorry, I love you guys," for 2 minutes. Okay, it was just the same thing over and over again, worded slightly differently. So then after those initial 2 minutes, he went into a script reading mode. He's obviously had something prepared by his lawyers or solicitors, whatever you want to call them. And he was reading, you know, for the lack of a better way of putting it, a press release. That was an official press release from him. You know, he's not like a guy like me where I'd just come out and tell you, you know, exactly what I think. He's been to a team of lawyers, solicitors. He's contacted law firms, you know, because potentially he could go to jail. Okay, that's not me assuming anything. I've talked online on Twitter to the video game attorney, and he says that potentially, you know, people could be going to prison. It is that serious. So Tmartn is obviously going to be very careful. Yesterday's video, I was kind of disappointed because he didn't admit anything. However, it's exactly what I expected. It is an official response. You know, it's a press release. He didn't really say anything. He didn't admit to anything. Obviously, he's not going to admit to anything because that's an admission of guilt. And obviously, if there is going to be prison time, he's already, you know, said he's sorry, I've done bad things. So he was never going to admit to anything. But there was one particular part of the video, which I'm going to show you the video right in a moment because I don't want to use all of it because my video could get took down. As long as I'm using tiny little bits, it falls under the YouTube fair use category. So let me just show you this bit, guys, and then I'm going to talk about why I'm angry with this bit in particular.
The company was first organized in December of 2015. However, I do feel like I owe you guys an apology. I am sorry to each and every one of you who felt like that was not made clear enough to you.
Really, Tmartn, you know, the guy has the balls to come out and actually say to us lot, he is sorry that we didn't actually understand that he owned the fucking business. Tmartn, remember this video?
What I was talking about earlier, I want to talk to you guys about at the end of the video. I've been starting to bet a little bit more. Like Brock, like obviously you guys know he loves betting. He's posted a ton of betting videos on his channel and stuff. And he's been hitting me up. And we found this new site called CSGO Lotto. So I'll link it down in the description if you guys want to check it out. But we were betting on it today, and I won a pot of like $69 or something like that. So it was a pretty small pot, but it was like the coolest feeling ever. And I ended up like following them on Twitter and stuff, and they hit me up and they're talking to me about potentially doing like a skin sponsorship. Like,
so fucking excuse me, Tmartn, for me actually not understanding that you own the business. At the time Tmartn was doing that video, ladies and gents, he owned CSGO Lotto. He founded it. There was no owners before him, like the bullshit excuses he's come out before and said. But yet he blames us in his apology video for us not realising that he owns the fucking business. This is what makes me more angry about anything. He's accepting liability for fuck all. It's clear as day, guys. That is Tmartn's video. He says that, oh, I found a site. I was going to do a partner deal with him. You fucking own the site, Tmartn. Jesus, man. Accept some fucking liability. And also, at the point of him doing this video, before he went and, tried to, cheat everybody and go on the video description and actually changed it, which Honor the Call found out, through the internet time machine, he had nothing in his description to say anything. But he expects us, for some reason, to, find out and know that he owned a business. What the fuck? So at this part of the video now, I've actually calmed down a bit. I want to talk about what could potentially happen to Tmartn, and the keyword being potentially. Okay, now I've spoken to the video game attorney as well as other, people who know a lot more about the legal system, especially in America, than what I do. Now, number one, the FTC's broke God knows how many, laws regarding advertising in the United States of America. Like I said, I'm from the UK. I don't really know much about the legal system in America, but I've been communicating with quite a few, sources via Twitter, and they've been informing me that if he is found guilty, okay, because everybody's innocent until proven guilty, guys. That is just how the, law system works, worldwide, unless you're in some country where it's all fucked up. But anyway, in a normal country, you are innocent until proven guilty, okay? Now, the evidence at the moment looks like he is guilty, but until a judge makes that decision, he is innocent. Now, a lot of people have been saying the FTC will probably remove him from YouTube, so he'd lose his YouTube channel, okay? He's going to obviously lose a lot of sponsors regardless of the outcome of the court case, because it will go to court. It has got to go to court. He's going to lose sponsorships, probably with Astro, Scuff Gaming, whoever else he, has sponsorship from, because, people are going to hear the name Tmartn and think, oh my God, that scumbag who, scammed people, or whatever. These are just my opinions, guys. Don't take any of this, as the Lord's gospel. His reputation means a lot to him, okay? Because he is a brand. Tmartn himself is a brand, and companies like GTA, Call of Duty, Activision, go to Tmartn because he's a brand. He's got a lot to offer these companies. But what could potentially happen, guys, is that he loses all his sponsorships. He gets banned off YouTube. In an extreme scenario, he could also go to prison. I doubt that, but people have said that if they want to make an example of him, he could go to prison for this, because it's deception and all loads of other laws and legal jargon, which I've got no idea about. But that is why he's been so careful, guys, not to admit anything. I would have liked, him to admit, something, maybe one little minor thing, but he admitted nothing, guys. He used his dog, like I said at the beginning of the video, to gain empathy with people, and I just don't agree with that, just apologise. Don't use your dog, but he's a very clever man. Don't let Tmartn fool you. He is a very clever, intelligent man, regardless if you hate him or not. Tmartn has got a good business head, regardless if it's right or wrong what he's doing. But my name's been Simon B1471. Thanks for watching as always, guys. If you're new around here, click like, and until next time, goodbye for now.